Chapter of the Season are awards that we present to chapters that really stand out in the fall semester and the spring semester of a school year. This year, Chapter of the Fall 2020 season is awarded to the Theta chapter at Georgia College and State University. The Theta chapter is a well-oiled machine, and we are consistently impressed with them. They have been in good standing all year and hosted a fabulous and successful fall recruitment. The chapter of the Spring 2021 season is awarded to the Alpha Xi chapter from Campbell University. Alpha Xi is very communicative with their mentor, always asking for help through issues or requirements. They are consistently completing their requirements and they are very responsive. Well done to both the Theta and Alpha Xi chapters.
This year's outstanding non-sister recipient was a faculty advisor for the chapter before they were even recognized by SAO Nationals. As a fellow Christian and alumna of a Greek organization, she helped the chapter through their founding process and stayed involved over the years. She often attended philanthropic events and dinner after initiation to meet new chapter members. The chapter and SAO will miss her, but we all wish her the best as she moves on to new adventures. I am pleased to announce Misty Newman, Alpha Alpha Chapter Faculty Advisor, as our Outstanding Non-Sister Award winner for 2021. Congratulations.
T-shirts are a great way to commemorate an activity that has passed. Bid night, initiation, recruitment, convention, and everything in between. I know every time I wear my shirts, I remember all the good times that I had at those different events. This year's outstanding t-shirt design goes to the Beta chapter at Appalachian State University for their Wear the Word Wednesday 2021 design. Congratulations, ladies. I know I love wearing my shirt, and I'm sure everybody else does too.
The Outstanding Web Presence Award is given to a chapter that represents Sigma Alpha Omega well digitally, but also presents a modern and up-to-date presence on social media accounts. This chapter doesn't let the fact that they are new to the sorority stop them from spreading the joy of SAO all over social media. They created a recruitment promo video that showcases the love SAO stands for so well, and continue to impress us with their dedication to the sorority all the time. I am excited to present the Outstanding Web Presence Award to the Beta Mu chapter.
I have the pleasure of announcing this year's Outstanding Committee Chairwoman Award. Despite COVID restrictions, this social committee chair events for her sisters to participate in and feel connected to one another. Her sisters describe her as a true friend and one who is in her position. She has opened up her home for sisters to socialize and has been credited for keeping their spirits afloat through such a tough year. I am pleased to present the Outstanding Committee Award to Kimberly Mascaro chapter. Congratulations.
The truth of the matter is, if I don't hear a lot from a mentor about their chapter, or I'm unfamiliar with the chapter treasurer, it is because they are flying under the radar completely on their own. They read instructions, they follow chapter bylaws, they show up for trainings and keep good notes, and then they go and they do the job well. This is the case with 2021's outstanding treasurer. Her fellow sisters explain, she is the reason we had money and resources to do anything that we've done this year. She combed through the budget and did everything she could to make things work, and they did. This year's outstanding treasurer is Olivia Hamilton from the Chi chapter at the University of South Carolina.
The Judicial Board holds a special place in my heart, and the sisters that step up to chair the Judicial Board never cease to amaze me. This year's outstanding JB chair is no different, and I have been impressed with every interaction I have had with her. This particular sister took on the JB chair role during her first semester as an active sister, when the previous left suddenly, and was described by her chapter as showing grace in every decision. This year's outstanding Judicial Board chairwoman is Miss Sydney Suberg from the Upsilon chapter.
This year's outstanding secretary is a sister who has worn many, many hats for her chapter. As a member of a revival chapter, she stepped up and made it work as both vice president and secretary for her chapter. She kept impeccable records, made sure open communication was kept throughout the year, even though her chapter was not allowed to meet in person for most of the year, and was the liaison between her chapter and the Pan-Hellenic Council at the university. Her university's requirements for the organization are cumbersome and extensive, but that did not hold Liz back. This year's outstanding secretary is Liz Kilmeyer from the Beta Theta chapter at the University of Pittsburgh.
Each year, the National Board looks to honor an outstanding vice president. The VP will oftentimes, behind the scenes, is there to support the chapter president, manage all of the committees, and oftentimes fill any gaps within her chapter. According to her chapter, this year's recipient looks out for the best interest of the chapter, and her chapter went on to say the chapter would not be anywhere near as successful without her. This year's Outstanding VP Award goes to Miss Emily Benson from the Beta chapter.
A president sets not only the tone of her own leadership, but also of the leadership of the executive committee and the dynamics within her chapter. A strong leader exhibits a humble attitude and sees her leadership as an opportunity to grow in faith and serve like Jesus. The sister who nominated this president testifies to this characteristic, saying that she, quote, has personally reached out to all members with such a caring heart to personally show them that they are loved, which then encourages other girls to do the same. I have also seen her exude positivity during a virtual training this year, and I am excited to see her to continue to grow as a leader through SAO and build up other leaders around her. This year's Outstanding President goes to Sully Hutto of the Chi chapter at the University of South Carolina. Thank you for your servant leadership, Sully.
The Dove Award is a nomination-based award given to a sister of Sigma Alpha Omega, enrolled or alumna who displays the following traits: evidence of a strong work ethic, an obvious passion for Christ and Sigma Alpha Omega, and an extraordinary dedication to her commitments and relationships. Matthew 3:16-17 says, "As soon as Jesus was baptized, he went up out of the water. At that moment, heaven was opened, and he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove and lighting on him." This sister was described as displaying a large heart for service to others, especially her sisters. She makes sure that her sisters are heard, known, and taken care of. She schedules weekly dates with sisters to be intentional about spending time together and getting to know one another. In the midst of her duties as president, she also found time to research and apply for an internship close to campus and a master's extension program. Her leadership skills and passion are evident to everyone around her. I am pleased to award Taylor Hill from the Alpha Xi chapter as the 2021 Dove Award recipient. Congratulations.
Song of Solomon's chapter 2, verses 1-2 says, "I am the rose of Sharon, and the lily of the valley. As the lily among the thorns, so is my love among my daughters." The Lily Award is given to a sister who shows Christ's love like a lily among the thorns. She has a Christ-like attitude of humility and compassion, a consistent reputation of service towards others, and a strong reputation as a woman of Christ and an ambassador to SAO. This sister did not let the challenges that 2020 and COVID stop her from serving and showing Christ's love both to her chapter and in her community. On top of her schoolwork and responsibilities to SAO, she also worked long hours caring for elderly COVID patients and bearing the emotional weight of this unglamorous work. Some things her sister said about her are: she goes above and beyond, wearing many hats in their chapter. She is someone who everyone turns to for guidance and leadership. She kept the chapter on track, making sure they were following all their requirements. And the last thing is that they think that they owe the bulk of the chapter's success and organization to her. This year, our Lily recipient is Alexis Moyer from the Beta Eta chapter. Congratulations!
Hi, my name is Janae Cambistad, and I have the privilege of serving as the president of our sorority foundation for this past year. Each year, our sorority foundation bestows 2 awards during our convention weekend. The first award is the Grace Award, which is bestowed upon a person who has demonstrated Christ-like attitude of integrity and compassion and a professional commitment to advancing the mission of the organization. This year's recipient is someone who always rises to the occasion, is a creative problem solver, and exemplifies sisterly love. This year's recipient is Danielle Moore. Our second award is the President's Choice, which I get to select personally. And the person I've selected this year is someone who had my back when I lost control of my responsibilities. She supported me and encouraged me and kept our organization on track. Without her, I don't know what I would have done because she was such a major and a big support for me personally. And this year's recipient of the President's Choice Award is Casey Davidson.
The Chapter of Promise Award is awarded each year to a chapter that we've noticed has made significant growth throughout the year. Despite being a revival chapter this year, this particular chapter's mentor noted that they have not only been on it administratively, but had a very successful recruitment, and they are expected to be back to an active chapter in the fall. We are so excited to see what this chapter will continue to do and how they will continue to grow and shine God's light on their campus. This year's Chapter of Promise Award is awarded to the Beta Ada chapter. Congratulations, ladies.
The chapter of service shows many things in their achievement. First, by meeting all deadlines and staying on top of nationally required service events, and also by serving past those requirements. Additionally, accomplishing these things in the first full academic year in a pandemic proves how dedicated this chapter is to serving their community and sisters. They have not only supported ovarian cancer awareness in their service efforts, but also the Sisters by Grace Foundation and the sorority as a whole. I am pleased to present the Chapter of Service Award to the Chi chapter.
The Chapter Achievement Award is given to a chapter that has overcome obstacles, achieving what others thought impossible. While every single chapter has worked hard to overcome the global pandemic, this particular chapter has not only overcame, but thrived, taking in not one, but two of the largest candidate classes in the history of the chapter. The principles used to successfully recruit and get the name of SAO out on their campus has become a model used by many chapters. I personally have used them to assist several chapters working to improve their campus presence. And all of this was in the midst of an unexpected mid-year leadership change. The chapter rallied together to make the 2020-21 school year a complete success, and I could not be more honored to present this year's Chapter Achievement Award to my home chapter, the one and only Alpha Chapter.
The Sister of Promise Award is awarded each year to a member of our sisterhood who shows great promise in what they are to do in the future. The recipient of this year's Sister of Promise Award has stepped up to the plate to serve as her judicial board chairwoman of her chapter that, by the way, was just founded this past September. Not only does she strive to continue to uphold the bylaws of her chapter, but she does it in a kind, caring, and compassionate way. I am so excited to have been working with this sister for the past year, and I'm stoked to see where she's going to continue to take her chapter and her campus community. I am so excited to announce that this year's recipient of the Sister of Promise Award goes to Ms. Kendall Lyons from the Beta Mu chapter at the University of Texas in Austin. Congratulations, and I'm so excited to continue working with you and continue to see where you will take your chapter and your community in the future. Congratulations, Kendall.
The Sister of Service Award is given to a sister who not only serves the sorority, but embodies the agape love that Christ depicted. This sister has done many things to continue to build SAO and encourage other sisters. She started her SAO journey in 2010 when she was initiated into the Beta chapter. She didn't let graduating stop her from being an active Sigma Alpha Omega supporter and cheerleader, though. After graduating, she created Illume Boutique, which aims to help each woman illuminate her life and bring light to the darkness. She frequently provides fundraising opportunities to fundraise for the sorority and OCA, and we can always count on her to be a cheerleader for SAO. I am so happy to present the Sister of Service Award to Ashley Thacker.
The Sister Achievement Award typically goes to a sister who has gone above and beyond for her chapter, achieving something great on behalf of her chapter. This year is no exception, as Elle worked to stabilize the finances of her chapter with minimal resources and maximum requirements placed on the chapter by the university. She tackled massive university and SAO requirements on top of dealing with COVID-19 fallout in her area that meant no face-to-face meetings for sisters and candidates. And she learned the new MySAO system and taught her fellow sisters how to use it. She made the conscious decision to be the treasurer of her chapter from her time as a founding sister all the way until her graduation. which created a stable financial environment for her chapter. This also meant that she committed countless hours for her chapter. This year's Sister Achievement Award goes to Elle Williams of the Beta Theta chapter at the University of Pittsburgh.
I'm Elizabeth Simmons, and I'm currently serving as the Vice President of Mentors on the National Board of Trustees. I have the distinct honor of giving out the Mentor of the Year Award. If it were up to me, I would give awards to far more than one mentor. I would not have survived this year without the help of these very talented and dedicated women. So many of this year's mentors surpassed expectations and delivered fabulous mentoring to their chapters. Thank you to each and every one of you for your devotion to this sorority and its individual sisters. However, one mentor in particular stands out. Our mentor's success is not dictated by the success of their individual chapters. Sometimes mentors are tasked with guiding chapters who are still working towards being the best that they can be. The mentor receiving this award mentored 3 completely different chapters, all with their own challenges, successes, and needs. She was able to give guidance tailored specifically to each of these chapters, something that takes a couple of years of mentoring to master. She even created resources that I've been able to pass along to other mentors to use to assist their chapters. I'm so excited to see how this mentor continues to serve the sisterhood in the coming years. I'm ecstatic to announce that the 2020-2021 Mentor of the Year Award goes to Emma Graybill. Congratulations, Emma. You truly deserve it.
This year has been almost entirely virtual, not only for our chapters, but also for our interactions on a national and regional level. Case in point, this convention. As such, so many trustees needed to push through the computers and the phones to still showcase the value of the connection that's found in this Christ-rooted sisterhood. And one person's workload took the biggest hit because of this. And she excelled despite her own dedication to going back to school to develop a personal career in teaching, while teaching, during the pandemic. Alyssa Wadotis, fulfilling the role of Vice President of Public Relations and Marketing, went above and beyond in many ways, and always tried to adapt to last-minute requests from board members. Her flexibility, positivity, work ethic, and honest feedback has proven to be a strong asset to this board, and I'm so thankful to call her friend, sister, and co-laborer in Christ. Thank you for your time and dedication to all the plates you have spinning, Alyssa. I'm proud to call you our 2021 Trustee of the Year.
I am so excited to be presenting the Alumni of the Year Award. This award is near and dear to my heart because alumni are near and dear to my heart. Every single person who has received this award has done so because they choose to show up. As alumni, we are not required to do anything, but recipients of this award continually step up in the midst of living a post-college life and all that that requires. They still find time in their lives to serve our sisterhood. I have personally gotten to know this alumni and witness her journey from active sister to volunteer. Many of us serving on the National Board have said that we do not know what we would do without this alumni. Congratulations to my fellow Theta sister, Brett Butler. Brett, there is no other alumni who is more deserving of this award this year. You have stepped up working on the convention committee this year and being one of the very first ones to ask what she could do to make convention happen last year. She has donated her time serving as chapter mentor, continuing to pour into our active chapters. Elizabeth Simmons, our Vice President of Mentors, said, "Brett never needs to be asked twice to do something. She is always very communicative with her chapters and with Elizabeth. She's doing an amazing job in our mentor orientation team, which she volunteered to be a part of as our veteran mentor. Brett, you truly devote your heart to this sisterhood, and I am proud to call you my sister. Congratulations."
The Chapter of the Year Award is given to a chapter that doesn't just complete all requirements, but reaches past what is asked of their own accord, and shows passion for Sigma Alpha Omega in all that they do. All of our chapters went through their first full academic year in a pandemic, and we are proud of each of them. However, one chapter stuck out to us by always being on top of due dates and national requirements, as well as going above and beyond in everything. They could always be found participating in even non-required events, spreading the SAO love on social media, and supporting one another through small acts of kindness. I am very excited to present the Chapter of the Year Award to my home chapter, the Chi chapter.
A sister wrote of our Sister of the Year 2021 that, quote, she has tried to lead us as a sister in Christ, and not just as a president. She has rooted our chapter in him and has led us closer together in sisterhood through him. While her leadership was almost completely virtual this year and under intense university standards for student groups, her chapter still grew, both spiritually and in its members. Her attitude was to be adaptable, attentive, and focused on Christ throughout it all. I'm pleased to announce our Sister of the Year 2021 as Katie Devine of the Beta Theta chapter at the University of Pittsburgh. We look forward to all you do for the sisterhood both now and in the future.